Aloha, this is Santa Surfing. Welcome to Beach Broadcast. Today is Tuesday, June 10th, 2025. Thanks so much for joining us on santasurfing.locals.com. We're having a 1 week giveaway at a resort in Orlando, which it has like 4 swimming pools, a lot of fun things to do over there. So we're doing that for those that are joining us on Locals or on X. You can also find all my links here on the links page and all my sponsors on the sponsor page. Our show is sponsored by Meta247, and they provide IVERMECTIN. So you can click on here. They have a website that has all the answers for the basic questions available. They have their pills as low as, they say $1.38. I say $1.75 because that's the common package that they have available. And it does deliver worldwide right to your doorstep. So contact them by going to our sponsor page and clicking the IVERMECTIN link. And our show is sponsored by GOLDCO. Now, GOLDCO is a precious metals IRA. A lot of people are very interested in knowing how it works or how they can handle this and the transition, and am I going to get penalized? Contact GOLDCO. They'll walk you through the whole process. They'll actually do the whole process for you. But go to GOLDCO by going to santasurfinglikesgold.com or clicking on the sponsor link below. So I'm recording this video while there is a major thunder and lightning storm show going on right now where I live, and you're probably going to hear it in the background because it's that loud, and that pretty much describes my anger about this movie plot or not. This is how I look at it, and I know they need to wake up normies, but if the normies aren't waking up, you hear it? And I have my windows closed. If the normies aren't waking up now, will they ever wake up? I understand we're down the final stretch, but I am furious. And I don't want you to be furious. I'm just saying I'm a little hot today. I'm as angry as that lightning sound, thunder sound that you're hearing in the background. So that being said, there are more troops being being sent to Los Angeles. Gavin Newsom is still daring, I'll share that video, arrest him. But there's something in play why he hasn't been arrested as of yet. There are more riots circulating in Texas, Dallas, Houston area, and then now I hear also in Fort Worth. DC is getting prepped. So this is right now a video of the Camp Pendleton Marines going to Los Angeles. So when you get the military getting involved, you know it's getting very serious. Again, part of them, if this is part of the movie plot, I just ask all of you to be safe because there's a lot of innocent people that might want to go get videos in the danger zone. I look at it this way, guys. This is to me the final battle. This is war. Look at the military, and they are not just in this truck. There's several trucks going in. Look at what's going on in D.C. Robin Fleetwood posted In the Matrix video of tanks rolled through D.C. streets last night, which would have been on June 9th, 2025, gearing up for the Army's 250th anniversary parade. Oops. The parade is this weekend. I wonder if it's a little bit more than that. I'm going to be calling these parade vehicles. President Trump, did he time the military parade on his birthday knowing their plot? Did he time everything knowing their plot? Is this something that he is using to say, hey, I'm going to have a military parade and I'm going to showcase all of our military equipment, but is it so that he is really doing it for another reason? Robin says, I don't think this is for a parade. The tanks have arrived in D.C. Joel Fisher is posting about one of those thugs they're throwing weapons. If these are bombs that they're creating that causes harm and possibly death, is this attempted murder? Guys, I'm not being nice. I even shared that I am not being nice today. I'm not being nice probably tomorrow because I don't like any of this. Our military They work so hard. Our military, law enforcement officers, ICE agents, they risk their lives every day, every single day. They could have chosen any profession, but they chose a profession where they can protect you, a stranger, and defend and shield the Constitution, defend and honor this country that's giving them the life that they have. But this is what they get in return. And these thugs, these idiot thugs, they're just getting away with literally attempted, let's just say attempted murder, in my humble opinion. And also, my humble opinion, they're exposing a lot of these criminal thugs. This is a kid. He goes by Jack. His last name starts with a Q. It's Quillen or something like that. I don't know. I want to issue a formal apology, blah, 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 blah. What he did is this. He essentially went ahead and went on a live show and said, hey, if you know where the ICE agents are staying, if you know where the raids are located, and if you know their names, he doxed all of that. Then he issues an apology, and then he says, those who are targeting my family, please, I'm begging you to stop. They have done nothing wrong and do not deserve to be dragged into this. The anger should be directed at me, not them. Someone has already come to my home, pounding on my door and demanding to confront me. This has gone too far. To anyone who may not have been put at risk, to anyone I may have put at risk, I sincerely apologize. That was never my intention. He said that he will turn himself in and fully cooperate. I posted I thought it was actual, but there was nothing to back it up, and Grok corrected me. I thought he had an arrest warrant out for him, but he said he would turn himself in. So maybe he didn't need an arrest warrant, that he already got arrested, or that he already got booked. But we're not seeing anything more. You can go ahead and look up Jack Quillen or whatever. But then this guy that goes by Shu, it's SAMOSAUR on X. He did a little digging, and this guy named Benny made a comment threatening to hunt down every J6 and ICE agent. He mentioned that 3 days ago. So why should we care what Benny is threatening? Take a look at Benny's back. According to his social media bios, he works with the U.S. Navy JAG Corp. This is ridiculous. Oh, and there he is getting sworn in. There's a picture of him. He's getting a little perturbed in this. He's like, oh, where do you live? Sounds like we need to test out your trick. I'm in a single wide trailer with my cousin wife. Okay, I don't know if he's just baiting this person or not. But anyway, and he's not very happy. And then all of a sudden he deleted his posts. And he deleted his social media page on Twitter. What is wrong with these people? I mean, he's just very, very angry, but this is what really had my blood boiling. He got his doctorate at George Washington University Law School. He works for the U.S. Navy JAG Corp. I guess he did get his license here. Judge Advocate. He's responding to a couple of people. When you're the absolute bottom of the barrel in concern of political instinct and power, you need to pick on the little guy. See these bullies, that's exactly what's going on. Enjoy being laughed out of any institution once Trump drops dead. Okay, I'm posting this because if a white hat is watching this, I sure hope to heavens that you find this creep and you do what you need to do. I've been reporting posts like this, even though they have deleted their accounts, because we know Elon and we know Trump's justice system can get into those DMs from all these Twitter X accounts and find out what they were plotting. Much like the one I just showed you about 5 minutes ago from LA Scanner. He was asking people to DM him with information. So you know there's a lot of Elon Musk bought a criminal network. He has all of this criminal enterprise that was going on through DMs and plotting and all of that. So this dude right here, well, let's see what happens to him. But I'm reporting them to 45office.com. I'm just getting sick and tired of this, guys, because we have worked so hard to get to where we are. I know this is the final stretch. This might be even the final battle. I'm just it's just heartbreaking to see what's going on to innocent lives, specifically the law enforcement. And now we need to keep praying for them. Hopefully this one gets published. I had to delete it from my podcast from yesterday. But here is Tom Homan on June 7th, and listen to him carefully. He already is talking about arrest and criminal. There's criminal activity. There's criminal investigations that are already happening. But listen to what he says here.
We're going to continue doing our job. And yesterday we got 118 arrests. I was out here yesterday to kick off this operation. And what people aren't talking about is I served several warrants yesterday. These were criminal warrants. This is a criminal investigation. And today we're continuing operations. They're not going to shut us down. We're out there right now doing operations. We're going to keep doing operations. We brought in more resources to push back the protesters, but I'll say it again, a serious warning. You can protest all you want. You got your First Amendment rights. But if you cross that line of impediment, where you're putting hands on officers or destroy property, you will be prosecuted. There's zero tolerance on crossing that lines, and that's what we're standing by. We're bringing more resources as we speak. We'll have more resources tonight. We're going to continue doing the job that American people voted Donald Trump in office to do, and we're not going to apologize for doing it.
Listen carefully to what President Trump says about the, if he were Tom Homan, what he would do about arresting Gavin Newsom.
Gavin Newsom he's daring Tom Homan to come and arrest him. Should he do it? I would do it if I were Tom. I think it's great. Gavin likes the publicity, but I think it would be a great thing. He's done a terrible job. Look, I like Gavin Newsom. He's a nice guy, but he's grossly incompetent. Everybody knows. All you have to do is look at the little railroad he's building. It's about 100 times over budget. We're putting a flagpole over there. Under budget. I always do under budget. Gavin Newsom.
Just get it over with. Arrest me. Move on. If you need some head to scalp, do it with me. I told the president.
So if he ends up getting arrested, again, the timing. The ICE right now is on a mission. The military is en route, or is there in Los Angeles at this time that I'm recording this podcast. If that is the case, don't you think the military and the ICE and law enforcement officers are out there? They're going to go ahead and they're going to group up all of the illegals and start deporting them in one fell swoop. I mean, I kept thinking, why don't we just do, there's a country that does it's like dye-colored water cannons that they have on protesters. So it's a blue dye. It's a blue dye with pepper spray. So it identifies all of those that were protesting. It makes it easier for law enforcement to capture. President Trump, through Il Donato, said, should we make it a real fiesta and bring in the water cannons? Yes, please, sir. And remember this guy right here, he was the one that was hurling cinder blocks at law enforcement officers and federal agents. Well, guess what? He's already been charged. He has an arrest warrant out for him. So it was a brazen attack. This is posted by U.S. Attorney Bill S.I. Lee. It was a brazen attack caught on film that could have resulted in deaths. Raina, 40, is charged with assault on a federal officer and faces up to 8 years in prison if convicted. The FBI is offering a $50,000 reward leading to his capture. Me thinks that one of his little buddies, riot or thug buddies, might be so desperate for that $50,000, might say, I'll go ahead and turn him in. So just throwing that out there, guys. Police officers are now circling groups of people. And look, they are heavily, take a look at all the people. These are all the thugs in the middle, all the dingbat protesters, libtards. Again, I said, I'm not being nice today, guys. I'm just letting you know I'm not being nice. But listen to what the person that's recording this says.
The police just said we're all under arrest.
So when you take a look at everything, look at that. They're being blocked in. They cannot, there's no way out for these. About 100 protesters with their infants. Come on, you're bringing an infant to a riot. How stupid is that? Well, see how there's all these cops around here circling groups of people. Look at all those cops right there. And these people are all getting arrested. So Jason Carroll, a CNN correspondent, he was being detained and he was asked to leave.
Social media messages and flyers and posters saying
CNN?
It's time to escalate.
Wait 1 second, John. Hold on.
Go ahead.
Jason,
Yep.
what's going on? I hear you. Am I seeing Jason Carroll being? What happened, Jason?
I'm being detained. Laura. I'm not being arrested. Correct, officers?
Did you hear what
He didn't get arrested, but he was just asked politely to get the heck out of there and leave. Official ICE site on X says, make no mistake, rioters committing crimes and assaulting law enforcement will be arrested and held accountable. Well, the looters think that they can go ahead and rob stores in Los Angeles and think that they can get their $950 of free goods that Gavin Newsom allows them to do, but not this time. So the another riot happens and the tear gas comes out. Yeah, it doesn't sound very peaceful to me, but okay. And the LAPD is bringing in more of those big white buses to conduct mass arrests. So here are these quote-unquote peaceful protester thugs that are arrested. And, well, look what happened next. Some illegal immigrants detained in Los Angeles raids by ICE have reportedly already been deported. This is a report. Now, I haven't seen any community notes on this, so I guess it is for this event. But ABC7.com, they reported this, that a local restaurant workers are helping the officers in California, kind of removing their tear gas in their eyes, which is really wonderful. In Orange County, Santa Ana, Orange County, fireworks are being thrown at police officers. Bill Malugan posted this. Actually, he's got a pretty interesting page on X. He is a Fox News correspondent, national correspondent. He said that these two baseball bats were found and stashed, hidden in bushes near where agitators are being cleared out of downtown Los Angeles. He's also reporting the LAPD announces that they have made 50 arrests during the riots over the weekend, including charges for attempted murder with a Molotov cocktail and assault with a deadly weapon on an officer. 5 officers and 5 LAPD horses have sustained minor injuries, and crowds were using handheld radios to communicate law enforcement movements to each other. Unlawful assembly was declared by LAPD at the Alameda/Commercial in downtown Los Angeles, crowd being given 10 minutes to disperse. Huge crowd, another block away, getting close to freeway again. Tony C. Saruga had talked about the riots. How did they start in Los Angeles? It was propaganda. ICE was serving a series of criminal warrants on particular businesses being investigated for money laundering. For drug cartels, the businesses are also suspected in human trafficking. Dr. Phil said the same thing on a social media post as well. That's when the drug cartels mobilized their foot soldiers, and the Democrat Party and other dirty politicians, they have no more money. They don't have the drug cartels, the human trafficking, none of that income, none of those revenues. They don't have any of the big companies working with them anymore. They literally are broke, and that's why you see Maxine Waters going out to the ICE detention center without bodyguards. Again, a lot of these people are 2.0s. We already know a lot of them have been dealt with already, but it has to play out for the normies, for those that are still trying to wake up. But I don't even know if they can afford to even buy Monopoly money, because that's how broke they are. So it leads me to this. Man, I'll tell you this. I have seen so many very sweet sweet account, just always very, very supportive of President Trump, of the good things that are going on. The tiger is coming out in them. And this is another thing that we need to be prepared for. This is a June 10th Delta for today. Do Anons understand what is about to be unleashed? Q. President Trump made this announcement on Truth for today. He will be going to Fort Bragg today. Big speech, amazing crowd. See you later, DJT. He's going to Fort Bragg, North Carolina. His speech begins at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. And it also boils down to the one big, beautiful bill. You do realize that this tax bill will make everything that's proposed in it permanent. I think about all of the benefits. Especially if you work, you make the majority of your income through tips, there's going to be no tax on tips, no tax on overtime. If you work a lot of overtime, you get taxed a lot more, correct? No tax on overtime. So this one big, beautiful bill is going to make it permanent. Listen to what Scott Bessent says about it being signed, sealed, and delivered by July 4th.
Thune have shown incredible unity, and I would attribute that to President Trump's leadership. And they have moved the bills and their respective houses forward. Larry, what you're talking about is Speaker Johnson expects to have the House portion complete and then pass it over to the Senate. And what I am hoping for is that we will have a signed, sealed, and delivered tax bill by July 4th that will give greater surety to American companies, the American consumer, and provide a real impetus for the U.S. economy, just as the tax bill did 2018, 19, and even 20 during COVID.
I know many of you are so tired, but we're down the final stretch. We are here. We used to ask, are we there yet? Are we getting close? We are here, but you might feel like this kitten, just like barely enough energy to even post something, type something, or even do your job. I sometimes get like that, fall asleep at my own desk, but God sees your work. He sees the work you're putting out there. He doesn't want his children to be like cowards sitting around. You're not like that. You're warriors. That's what he wants. He wants you to fight for what is right and what is good and what is the truth. And many of you have got the FOMO going on, the fear of missing out. You don't want to miss out on anything. I think this afternoon is going to be kind of a big hint of what President Trump's got planned. I think it's going to be an Anon speech. I think it's going to be very military/Anon related. I think there's going to be comms dropped. So at least stay a little bit awake at 4 o'clock Eastern time for that. To see what he's got to announce. But the fear of missing out, yeah, it's going to be, don't worry, somebody's going to be posting. So if you take a little nap, don't worry, someone's going to have a little bit of fresh information for you. But we have been warriors together, and boy, I'll say it has been an honor. I am a little bit on the not so nice side today, but I am going to be spending a little time and praying so that I can have a little peace in my heart, because we initially started this battle together because of the children. And now that we're down the final stretch, we know the military, we know that a lot of law enforcement officers, a lot of ICE agents, they had to sacrifice a lot They had to see a lot in order to save the children during the process, how heartbreaking it is for them. And then they're having to go ahead and face their own kind, the illegal aliens, but then the illegal aliens that have recruited the American people to go ahead and do these thug riots. It's just heartbreaking. I think that's what's really eating up at me. It's just very heartbreaking. But I pray that you have peace and just take that time out. If you need to detox for a moment, just come in my replies and say, hey, I'm going to take a few days off. Let me know what's going on. I'll do my best. All right. God bless you abundantly. Have a beautiful day. And I'm going to get myself ready for President Trump's speech at 4 p.m. Eastern time today. God bless you abundantly. Aloha.